Okay, we're going to launch right on in there today. Because why not? That's what we do. Okay, definitely need some light colors all in here. Right on here. Right there. And then come on down over here. I have to mix some more white after today. It's okay though. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with using a lot of color. And then I think we want to get maybe a little bit more. We'll use a little of the yellow to fill in for the white, because that would be kind of good for this one anyway. Okay. And then, excuse me. Thinking I might put some other colors in here before I even start today. So I don't got a lot of this. Queen's English there, huh? That one. It's a little warm, by the way, today, but I didn't feel it was too warm. I didn't feel it crossed that line. Probably will do in the coming weeks, but for today, I felt it was okay. Just going to put little dots here. This one I'm going to save. I'm going to oops. Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for coming at all, you Mert. Of course. I just thought we'd do a nice, cool bamboo forest as my plan for today. Some of that down here right now. That one too. By the way, yesterday's painting, oh, I love yesterday's painting. It dried so beautifully. I could probably even work on it today because it dried really well. But I'm going to give it at least one more day, make sure it's completely dry. I've got plenty of work to do on these flowers still if I get like wanting to do more stuff. You know, down in here, I think we'll put more of this. And a little shadow color down in here. Okay. And then I want some of that blue. That blue I keep around the place. And then, oh, put it way over here. You know, I like to mess with myself from time to time. Put some of that mint green in here. That's why I don't use a lot of what I might today. Now, is that one mixed up? Is this mixed up as paint, or did I just use this with... I can't tell if I mix this up to use as paint or if it's still just the original. I can't tell. Huh. Well, I don't know that I want to use it anyway. That is something to keep track of. And then what I'd like to do, I think, is a bit of yellow. Not that yellow. This. I'm just going to dot up in here in this background. Okay. Now normally I put down an actual base layer, and I did not do that this time. I just threw paint on there. And I'm going to try and do it all, I think, with swiping. To some degree or another. Helps if you move stuff out of the way when you're doing this kind of swipe. Oh, I am still hitting things. Don't want to be hitting things when I'm trying to do this swipe. Because then it goes all squidgy when you hit things with it. I don't want squidgy on this guy. Oh, wow, now I'm hitting my head over here. It's just a whole thing. Whole thing's going on there. I'm going to pull this down that way. I missed most of the paint there. Oh, put my knuckle in there. And it's going to be one of those days, is it? I'll come back over here with this, I think. And then over here I'm going to just get, oh, get that out of there, whatever that is. Boy, it's amazing how much that already looks like a bamboo forest. I mean, you know. Oops. I need to do that. What I was meaning to do is maybe come in here and do some things to bring this back some other angles, I thought. I thought I'd tilt this, but looking at it, I don't know that it's going to need tilting. And that one's a little funny, this one right dead center in that dark color. I'd have to move that a little bit. Now down in here, I think I put way too much light color now that I'm looking at it. Boy, I hate to waste that too. But I just put in so much, I just don't think I need anywhere near that amount of light paint. I'm just going to put it down there in the bottom. I'm tempted. I think I'm going to tilt this a little bit. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to mess with this first. Because when I tried to tilt it, it just all kind of ran away. I'm going to do this way. Yeah, I put way too much paint here in the bottom. Way more than any sane human being would need. That's okay. We'll move it off in a minute. Turn that over. And start touching this one like this. Get paint all over. Yeah, I can't say I don't have enough paint on this canvas. I really went to town. What are you going to do, huh? You know what this would be a good one for, I think, is press that with something. I think we're going to do there. Is that a bad? Sure is. That one. That's going to be nice. I'm going to use this one. We have to do this in 2 goes, but that's okay. Two sides to this, and that works just fine. Okay. Got rid of some of that excess too, which is nice. Okay. Strange. I kind of like that better. It's the advantage when you really overdo the paint. You have a lot to experiment with. Not that I'm advocating really overdoing the paint, you know. But the plus side is, whereas now I think I might have overdid that one. And it took off too much there. What I want to do is have little sections. I think look a little bit. Took way too much paint off here on the bottom. It's okay. We can put it back. That's why I poured it down in there. I can put it back on here if I need it. Well, that's kind of a pretty color. I'm just going to bring this, bring that down a little bit. Oh, I'm doing a bamboo forest, Mark. At least that's what I'm hoping it's going to end up being. This one, I'm going to bring this back on. And maybe put like a little torii or a temple or something in there. We'll see how it all pans out here in the end. A little bit more in here, a little bit of lighter stuff. Too sure about the foreground still. I'm going to try this. I think I'm going to try that one more time. Slop that over there. I'm going to tilt that other part too much to the side. Maybe I'll leave that. Foreground, like I said, I'm not sure that's quite working for me, but the background is looking pretty much like what I want for I want a light background, then we're going to bring the darker bamboo stalks more in the front, and I think it's working pretty well for that. Not for sure. A little bit more. Even a darker, a real dark color in the front. Maybe even a little bit of this red, oddly enough, but we'll mix it in right in the front here to get some of that dark in there. And more of that. That's what I mixed with the green to make the forest green color, is that red. So I think if I just put more in there, and layer the green on top. Okay. And what I could do is here, and grab this. This is that bubble wrap we used earlier. Let me see if I can just pounce with that. Not having to lay it over the whole thing. I don't need to lay it over the whole thing. You can try it first. Although I could get a fresh piece, what's kind of nice about doing this previously used one is it's got the other colors in there to mix in here with this as we do this. That's actually a little nicer, I think. A little more texture. And then maybe use this, like fresh one, I think. And what I'd like to do is maybe up near the top, before we add the main stalks, is what I'd like to do is add a little bit of texture in there. Take another piece of something. Maybe a cut a tiny piece in there. Then we will need to add a piece of foil. A piece of foil might work. I might need to cut something else, but let's try the foil and see if that works well enough. Can't see the, oh! I feel something gushy on my back, which tells me I'm probably spilled paint on there. Okay, then over here, oh, that didn't do anything. I put that down there and just nothing happened. Oh, there, now you can see it. get us started. This isn't working too badly. Maybe we should have had something a little larger. But you know, it's not like we have to be in a tremendous hurry all the time either. Whoops! Oops, where'd that one? Alright, now I want to take a small guy here. Let's see what I'm going to do. Let's look at what paint I got in. Oh, not much. We started out with what I thought was so much over the top paint-wise. Excuse me. Oh, I don't want to get paint all over that. A little bit there. I'm just going to take a little sip of this tea, but I'm going to use a paper towel. I got particularly gooey on this one, I'm not going to lie. Okay, now, actually, you know, this here looks funky. Let's try and just fix that. It can be like a little thing out here, but it doesn't look so much like foliage as I'd like it to. So just sort of bring this foliage area up here. Actually, that is not, again, not too bad, not too shabby. Bring this up there. Okay. And now, what we're going to do is get, maybe first of all, some lighter color. What I'm going to do is maybe the darker green. And I'm going to mix it with a little bit of this yellow. What kind of green I get from that. Now, oh boy, I had that teeny tiny swiper. Oh, it's still here. Oh, I found it. Boy, I didn't think I'd find that once I set it down. And for that, I'd like to get a little bit more into the yellow, I think. So let's try just putting like a single thing in here. Not sure how that's quite going. Let's try again. Oh boy, we took out all the color. All that color back in there. I think what I might have to do is do these as straight lines and then come back in and put the, yeah, we'll do that now. Put the bamboo, oh yeah, you can do, wow, you can do that now. And come back in here and put in the bamboo sections. Oh wow, that worked. There you go. Did not think it would work and it did, so yay, go us. We can do this, you and me. Whoever is out there, we're doing it. Not sure about the way that one's coming off there. A little bit edgy. It's a little bit making the paint off of it rather than filling it in. Let's see, put that in there. Okay, that's not too bad. Then see the vertical swoosh I gave it before, that's going to look like background bamboo without my doing much of anything. At least that's going to be my fervent hope. But like even that looks like bamboo already, so we can just bring things forward a little bit. Oh, I might use some of that gold as well. I must have a steadier hand than this. You know what I might even do is do it the other way too. Boy, I'm pulling right on off there with this paint. I don't want to do that. What I almost want to do is maybe drop some paint and then shimmy along it. Well, let's say it didn't work. And then let's go in here and put some sections in. I still can't believe that worked. Oh, thank you, Humor. I'm very glad to hear it. I like this so far, though. I'm not gonna lie. I really feel pretty good about it. I won't say I had low expectations, but you never know with, at least I never know till I actually start trying it. I never know what's gonna happen. You guys' guess is as good as mine on this thing. I think what I want to do this time is I'm going to try. Oh, my dear is here. Hello, sweetheart. You brought the fawn. Oh, it's a mom and a fawn out there. Oh, I'd open the door and give you a snack, but you'd probably be too scared. Oh, that fawn is so tiny. I have to have an awe break. I wish I was more adept at moving the camera for you guys. If I move too much, they'll get scared. Aww. Oh, the fawn's eating one of the plants. I don't know. It's just one out. It's nothing that means anything to me. It's just something out there. Oh my God, that's so cute. There's one that likes me to put out stuff for, but I don't know which one it is. That may be her and it may not be. We won't chance it just in case. Oh, they're so sweet. And this time what I think I want to do is kind of dot along with the paint, and then I'm going to do the swipe. I could pick an implement that's a little bit more, efficient at laying down this stuff. Okay, let's try that. And now I'm going to try the swoosh. I'm still doing that where I'm pulling the paint off and then I'm putting it down. At first it started out great, so I kind of thought, well, maybe if I add more to it. I think what I almost needed was more dark underneath. That definitely looks like a little. But overall, I don't want to detract from the fact that this is not working. Of course, we can always put this stuff on after. There's no law that says we have to do it now. Interesting. I know, right? I don't want to scare them. Oh, they wandered off? They've wandered off. Yeah, it looks like they've wandered off. They might be over in the other side. I've got fresh water in 2 places for them. That's the important thing, boys. We want them to have that fresh water. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paint in a cup, and I'm going to try and just put some bamboo stalks along there and then swipe after, because but I'm not minding what we've done so far. Pretty happy with that. But let's see. I'm going to put my cup holder. I have here's a few. I don't often use the paper cups. I usually save little pudding cups and stuff, but in this case I want to be able to compress this to where I can get a smaller stream of paint. So I'm going to put some paint in here. I'm going to get some dark color. My ice is falling down my face. And where's that dark blue? I keep losing. This is my day for mislaying the indigo. That's my theme for today. There it is. Boy, I hid that from myself. early. Okay. Now, that looks awfully blue. Let's put a little bit of yellow there. I'm going to mix it up with a stick. It's like that. It's like that blue just swallows the yellow, you know? We'll just keep pouring it in there till I can see it. I can see green instead of a bunch of blue. Blue can be an overwhelming color. Oh, there. Now I'm starting to see the green. Okay. So now I have it in the cup, and what I'm going to do is squeeze the cup together like this, and then I can get hopefully a thinner stream coming out of here. Let's go ahead and start adding some dark in here. Oop. And maybe dots a bit weirdly in places like that. Okay. It should get thinner as there gets to be less paint in the cup. Okay, boy, that went through there fast. Right now, let me take this guy again. Oops, boy, there's a light paint in there. Did not mean to do that. What we can do is, just at the very foot of these things, is go back through and pounce through them. And look here. Nothing on there, weirdness. A little too much paint, I think, on that one. Okay, just bring that back over there. I'm not sure if this will work here. It still sort of works. I'm really amazed at that you can do those bamboo sections like that. That is an unexpected little treat for me. I don't think that would work. That one didn't work. It's just a nicer effect than trying to do this after. This one guy here, I'm just not sure. It kind of got away from me, but here I kind of did that. Not too proud to admit it. And right around the feet, I'm just gonna have that be quite so. Well, that's interesting. I want to do some more dark over here. So I think I need to mix up some more. I think actually just maybe even just the indigo and the yellow might do enough for that, to get those darker colors in there. I'm going to try it with the stick as well. I'm going to see if that works. Just to lay one down here with this stick like this. Oh, that is drying on the side. Drying on the side already. It's not too bad. It gives it a little bit of a of an up and down texture that's not too bad. Kind of a different look than the other one. Not displeasing, just different. Okay, I think we'll try this again with the pouring. Let's see if I can get that very thin. A very, very thin stream. Boy, not so much. That's okay. This area I'd like to be filled in a little more with dark, is why I'm doing this way. And then I might just take a bigger swiper even, the original one even. And just make that whole area darker. Hitting something there. Oh, that little foil ball, that's what that is. That gives us a little more of a darker look there. Oh, hey! Yeah, as it looks a lot more like what I wanted it to than when I started, and Humor was going, what the hell is that? But actually was very polite about it. But as you see, I'm attempting this bamboo forest idea here. I might have overdid my dark a little bit, but I was getting so much light in there. It was just way too much light. And I'd like a little bit that was a little bit in between these two. But let's see here. I think I might want to come back in even and swipe in a little bit of light here and there. I think I overdid my dark. What is an in between? Oh, look how well that worked. Instead of trying to do a bunch of dark ones, just do one dark section and a couple light ones. It'd be easier, huh? It's pretty hot today. Probably is a little foolhardy to attempt this, but you know, I'll get my little moods, and that's just how it goes. But we rewatched Cursed Friends today down on Paramount Plus. I don't know why. I have a lot of affection for that movie. I have no idea why. So don't friends like have this board game and then stuff happens in their real life, and I don't know, it just appeals to me. That and I moved that little thing. So we had a fun lunchtime watching that. Oh boy, a little footing up there. It's awful. Okay, and then over here, look at this. I'm just cutting in the bamboo sections, and so that was working pretty surprisingly well for me. Yeah, that's nice. That gives that a lot more darker look. That's the difference between, like, say, this look and this look. Is this looks a lot darker on this side, which I actually wanted, so no complaints about that. I'd like to get a little more of those gold tones in. Maybe over here, like I've got there. You know, they're starting to turn a little autumny, the color. It is. It is a movie. Cursed Friends, it's called. Did you watch the series What We Do in the Shadows, Dan? It's got Guillermo from that, who was the minion, I guess you'd call him. The companion? Is that what they call him? The Renfield sort of character. The one that takes care of the vampires when you're asleep. He's in it. Probably could have used a little more of this color in here. It's just petering out so fast, the color. So I was trying to put it in there a little more up the whole way. Do that, let it just peter out per section. And oh boy, no, I need more. Okay, cool. I hope you like it. You know, I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, this is the greatest movie of all time or anything, but for some reason, I think I've seen, I hate to admit this, I think I've seen it 3 times now. And it just gets better and better. The other one I have a lot of affection for, and I've seen a number of times, is that Werewolves Within. I quite like that one too. I'm going to bring this color together. Familiar, yes, humor. Absolutely, that is the word I was groping for. Thank you. Okay, a little more of this gold in here. Okay, that was way too thin. On the other hand, it is getting the paint on there. Kind of dripping on there. I'm trying to keep that on there. Let's take this little guy here. There's something that feels like it. Definitely. Got it, whatever it was. Some hair or something in there. Not one of mine, it doesn't look like, believe it or not. Things probably float around in here. I notice I've got a lot fewer caterpillars than I did. I think they're going to into their next stage. Apparently they get on the ground to form their cocoons. So I probably won't, they like burrow into leaves and stuff on the ground, which is fine. They're all in planters that don't have to be touched. So they can just burrow away in there. That's not too bad so far. See what you guys... Oh wow, that is way too bright, isn't it? You know, when I started, I debated between the color. Let me go back here. There we go. There you guys can see. No wonder you couldn't see what I was doing. It was so bright. There we go. You did, humor. You have been very supportive of this one. I think that's starting to look pretty good. I mean, I won't say I'm starting to get super excited, but maybe a little excited. why I felt like bamboo today, but you know, I was going to honor that. It's a little strange how that one has that bit of color but nothing else does. I think what I'll try and do is add a bit of this color to some of these, just so it doesn't look so much like one gold one sticking out there. I mean, the other ones don't have to be quite as brightly gold, but maybe just a little of that color. I don't want to mess with that one though, because I think it looks kind of nice the way it is. Okay, we've got a bit of gold here and there. Maybe I can possibly add some here with that color. Gotta watch my time too. I think it's starting to set the paint. You know, it is hot in here. I won't lie. However, I felt this particular painting, it wouldn't matter so much if we had that drying thing. No, well, not so much because this is a bamboo forest and that was a forest. But yes. The Japanese garden where I used to live at Hakone had a very nice bamboo forest. This I'm sure Portland does too, which I'd probably have pictures of even. Oh, shoot. That got away from me. Did not mean to do that. But these little cross pieces is why it really starts looking like bamboo. There's those little cross pieces. Then we'll add maybe some foliage in there. Actually, though, where I got lost recently was not a forest. It was an over 50s housing development. That's why I said it was like vivarium. I've been wandering around going, I don't know if I'll ever really get out of here. It's not so much getting that paint in there that I need to get. So let's get a lot more paint in there. Yeah, that was an experience which, as you can tell, stayed with me a bit. Oops. Does that actually do anything if you put it down? Sort of. What I want to do is just go in front of some of these stalks. Not sure that'll work on those, but I'll try. Should work great on this because it's almost dry. Although I have gotten lost in the forest before. Early on, I got messed up even on my really local place, and I did not realize that it went past this point, and I got all turned around one day. Finally made it out. Well, that's not too bad, really. What's wondering is if we wanted to do like more defined branches. Not a whole lot, maybe just a few. here, I thought, oh, it's not bad out here at all, and I'm feeling quite warm. Oh man, it was, yes, it was very maze-like. Although I conquered it, I went back there. What I did was I went back there and I went in through another street rather than trying to figure out how to do that from the other street. And I did the original way I used to go, and I got to the spot that I meant to get to that other day. So, you know me, I did not let it conquer me. I conquered it in the end. I intrepidly went back there. Crossed myself as I went in and went back there to see if I could make my way back out there, and I could. Let's take a thicker maybe some leaves like this. And once I got lost in a forest and ended up hiking, oh my gosh, like hours, not here, back in California. Thankfully not here. I don't know if I would have had the stamina to make it out nowadays, but just kept going until I got somewhere. That was over in Portola Valley, which is a place that reminds me a lot of here. Very woodsy. I think it wasn't Windy Hill itself, but it was a forest near there. And I just got completely goofed up. The day I got a little lost here wasn't that big of a deal. In the forest. In the old folks area, it was kind of a big deal. Especially when I came upon that spooky house I'd never seen before, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going. But I made it out in the end. That's looking a lot more bamboo-y, isn't it? So bamboo is a noun. Should be the name of this. Bamboo is a noun. Or a verb. Bamboo is a verb. And I did confirm I was on the right street. I just turned the wrong way on it, the opposite direction. I could sort of see where I'd been. When I came up the other side that I usually do, it's like, oh, okay, that's where I was. And this is where I needed to be. I got it now. Don't know if I'll try it again anytime soon, but I felt like, all right. Got some nice little leaves here, little branches and things. We're starting to dry a bit. I think what I'd like to do though is get a few more of these crisscross things in here. I can do that with the lighter color. There I can see them. Started to lose a couple. Probably the paint was a little wet and it just sort of melted over there. this is having sort of the feeling I wanted, so I think I'm gonna call that good enough on this one.